Hey, welcome to another episode of Idiocracy Talk Radio. I'm Dr. B. We got Matt and retired, a.k.a. Josh, again, changes his name like everybody else changes their underwear at least once a day. In case the FBI is ever wondering, Josh is going to have to list about 20 pages of a.k.a. also known as, this motherfucker changed his name more than the fucking mafia.
I mean, how many, every time, I'm going to have to go to the FBI and go, hey, I was this. I guess you got 40-something episodes right now, 42 episodes, 43 episodes. And one episode with Lou that I had a new name, so.
You ain't got shit on John Doe.
You ain't got shit on John Doe.
That might be John Doe next week, baby.
Going to talk about a bunch of things. The NFL draft is tomorrow. Going to do some predictions and talk about some possibilities and some woes. Talk about the Bengals trading for Dexter Lawrence. Going to talk about Iran, Virginia realignment of districts, Minnesota Congressman Omar in the news again. And a lot more on this episode of Idiocracy Talk Radio.
That's Congresswoman. Get it right.
Is that her pronoun? Her pronoun?
Yeah, I don't know what her pronoun is.
Everywhere. The last number is 89th minute.
All right. Welcome to another episode of Idiocracy Talk Radio. I'm Dr. B. We got Matt. Again, we got retired, a.k.a. Josh. All right. So let's start off with the thing that we're going to spend the most of the time talking about. Let's talk about the NFL draft. So, let's be real. We talk a lot about the Bengals. Bengals have done some pretty good changes, I feel like, in terms of defensive collections. They just, I don't necessarily know if we paid the right amount for Dexter Lawrence, but do I think he's a good middle of the field pass rusher, run blocker, a run stopper? Absolutely. We also got another individual that's going to replace Hendrickson on the outside at the edge.
Boyd Maffey. Boyd Maffey.
Yeah. We're beefing up. I will say, which is good because that's where we're hurting the most is the defense. Our offense can put up fucking numbers. I'm saying it now. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I'll say it 1,000 times. I'm still concerned because that offensive line is fucking atrocious. And until they prove otherwise, I'm going to continue to say that they're fucking atrocious.
Is it over?
So
what do you guys thought?
Let's get into the NFL draft, guys. Now that the Bengals do not have the number 10 pick in the NFL draft due to the trade that Dr. Bitch over there was talking about with us getting Dexter Lawrence. Dr. B, my bad. We traded for Dexter Lawrence with the 10th pick. Now we don't have that pick. What are your guys' thoughts on that? Did we overpay? Should we have waited to see what was there at number 10 before we made that trade?
I think we should have waited.
Hold on, Josh. You did two different things there. Are we talking about the draft or are we talking about the Bengals?
It's the Bengals draft. Now that we don't have the pick.
Gotcha.
I personally probably not going to watch the draft now. Because the only reason I watch it is for the Bengals. To see what
you're not going to watch the first round.
Yeah. I don't have to watch in the first round now.
Me personally, I'm watching the whole damn thing. I love football. Just like you love your vacuum cleaner, I love my football.
You leave my fucking vacuum cleaner. It's got one name and one name only. Sucky.
Suckzilla. So, Joe, you were saying something, or Josh, you were saying something before I interrupt. Or Joe, you were saying something before I interrupt you. I'm sorry about that. about the draft. Go ahead.
You said we should probably wait it. You were talking about that.
I mean, my thought process is, and I don't know who all was trying to get Dexter Lawrence, if anybody. Like, I don't know how many like offers they were getting. Wait to everyone fucking leave when I start talking, assholes.
I'm listening. I got you, buddy.
I know, I'm just fucking with you. But I don't know what offers they were getting for him, but I feel like, depending on the circumstance, we could have waited, at least got closer to our pick, seeing what's available, and then making that decision of calling up the Giants and saying, "Hey, look, we're willing to trade you, but we need you to sweeten the pot a little bit because, we can take, somebody that you might want, or we can do a good deal." I just feel like they jumped the gun a little bit on that. I mean, so we'll see what we missed out on. Matt, your thoughts?
First of all, you can go fuck yourself there on that whole thing. That didn't make any sense there. Sorry, Joe. Love you. Don't make any sense. So, what's the one thing the Bengals do when it comes to drafting? They
suck. Unless it's
they cannot develop. Okay, so give you that. Okay, so think about it. So in your division this year, you got 3 new head coaches. You got one proven quarterback besides Joe Burrow in our division, who's a 2-time MVP. Joe Burrow and him are like healthy every other year. So this might be our year. Joe Burrow was hurt last year, and Lamar lasted all year. Aaron Rodgers is not signed with Pittsburgh yet. You got Shamar Stewart starting with Cleveland with the new coach. Do you really think they're going to last that long?
Do you
whatever?
Sanders going to be the starter there, or is it going to be Deshaun Watson?
Now, hold on, don't get in that before we start talking about.
Okay, hold on. Let me finish. The thing is, so right now the Bengals are in a do or die situation. So it's as simple as this: if you saw all the free agents they signed in the offseason, they're 2 to 3 year contracts. He has 2 years left on his contract. I think Burrow may has 4 years on his contract, or maybe 3. So this is going into a 3-year window where you're going all in, period. Now, Bengals cannot fucking develop a fucking draft pick for shit, period. They just can't. They get lucky on some of the fucking other draft picks, okay, like Burrow and Chase. Like I said, they're awesome at their job. The only thing the Bengals can do probably is draft at is quarterback and fucking wide receiver. That's about it. I think you guys can agree with me over the last 20 years. But at the point, this is where you take advantage of the situation where people are getting accustomed to a new coach, a new system, and developing players. Where if we bring in a fucking 10th round or first round pick, 10th overall, it's like, hey, it's like we got to develop this guy, Nah, we did it with Shamar Stewart last year. We took a fucking guy who was rough in the making, and he didn't do shit for us last year. Now
he got 1 sack.
Let's see what happens. You get 2 sacks. There you go.
Fuck it, Josh. There you beat December. Him. It took him almost all season to get that 1 sack, but neither.
Anyway, so for the Dexter Lawrence trade, if you look at his stats, he takes a double team on every time. Every fucking game, almost every fucking play. Besides being a massive guy, he also gets pressure on that quarterback. He had 9.5 sacks 2 years ago. Last year was an off season because he got a little bit hurt, he had an elbow injury, showed up a little overweight for training camp. Lost some weight, played a little bit above his playing weight. But his guy to the left of him, Brian Burns, who had 16.5 sacks, still got 16.5 sacks. I mean, think about that. Now we got 3 rotational pieces on our fucking defensive ends. We don't have a Trey Henderson, but we got a guy in the middle who could disrupt the quarterback and stop the running game. That's what we fucking need. We need a fat person in the middle to fucking get double teamed and do his thing. That's what we need. I think the Bengals did an awesome thing. I mean, you got to go big or go home. It's as simple as that. You got to take chances in life. And this is where they man up finally. So, cheers to the Bengals.
Matt, none of that made sense.
Not so
Fireball.
Fast, my friend.
Fireball, sponsor us.
Now, Matt, I will agree with you to to a point, yes, the Bengals have had absolutely struggles developing their first round draft picks. They've been terrible. I mean, we've got Billy Price, we got John Ross, we got fucking Shamar Stewart. Our first round draft picks have not been good. They have not turned out great. It seems like we've reached on players. I mean, that we got Dax Hill,
small one,
first round. I didn't think that was a good pick. But no, I do agree with you on Dexter Lawrence. I still wish we probably would have waited draft day to do it. That way it gave me a reason to kind of watch it and get excited. But to your point, yes, Dexter Lawrence does get double teamed an absolute lot. I think the last couple years he's been the most double teamed player. And you know who else is in that top 5 as a double team player?
Jonathan Allen.
So we signed 2 defensive tackles that get double teamed an awful lot. You're not going to be able to do that with this defensive line. You're not. You've got Boy Maffei. Yes, I know he's not an everyday starter. He was kind of that rotational piece in Seattle. Hopefully Miles Murphy. Miles Murphy showed up a little bit at the end of the year. And granted, Shamar Stewart, yes, that's going to be the biggest question mark this year. I really do believe. You go back on looking at some of the tape, the kid did get in the backfield an awful lot. He just couldn't finish. And that was the same issue he had in college. He wasn't a finisher. He got pressure back there. He just couldn't finish. But what does that do? That helps the other players finish. If he can get them to move up in the pocket for Dexter Lawrence and Jonathan Allen or Miles Murphy, dude, we might have one of the better defensive lines in football this year. If we really break
you have the best defensive tackle room right now. Period. I mean, hey, right there, you said it right there. He is also a top 10 person over the years who've been double teamed.
Yeah.
BJ Hill is.
Yeah.
And remember, BJ Hill also played defensive end sometimes with us 3 years ago in our Super Bowl run.
Mm-hmm.
He could pop out to the outside. Imagine that defensive line. BJ Hill on the outside, Dexter Lawrence, Allen, and Boye on the outside. So, I'm sorry. That's tough.
And you got to remember, we didn't also I don't think we did enough on the back end of the defense. We really beefed up the front line of the defense. We did get Brian Cook, who is a lot better at tackling than what we had last year in Geno Stone. With DJ Turner playing better last year compared to the prior years, and I mean it's a big year for Dax Hill and a big year for DJ Turner. For them to prove that they are worth the money for a second contract. So what do the Bengals do now in the draft? Second, obviously we don't have a first round pick anymore, so we're going in the second round. Are we looking cornerback? Are we looking linebacker? We looking safety? Because we need all 3.
So right now we're playing best available as defensive back or inside linebacker. That's what we're looking at. You got Rodriguez out of Texas Tech, who looks really good. Used to be a former quarterback, so he's like a general in the middle. Now you switch over to linebacker. He's one of the best linebackers. Or you can go Jake from UC, who's one of the most athletic linebackers in the draft. His sideline to sideline tackles are ridiculous. He has the most speed. He's probably the fastest linebacker right now.
So where does that kid rank as the top available linebackers in the draft? Is he in the top 5?
Who?
The kid from UC.
Oh, he's predicted to be a first round, second round draft pick early. Like, he would be a first round draft pick if more teams wanted linebackers. So yes, he is that good. Honestly, he is a tackling machine. I think he has 3 years of 100 tackles. And you know I don't like college football. I know that shit. I look at stats and shit like that. So also, to kind of bounce off what you were saying before, Josh, the Bengals actually did do great in the defensive back situation. They signed two good safeties. One is a Super Bowl champion, and Cook, who's a hometown grad. Also, they got, I think, Duger, who played for New England and got traded halfway through the year last year to Pittsburgh. So he's kind of our Caleb Downs, but Caleb Downs didn't sign because we don't draft him now because he's that guy. He could play a hybrid situation in safety or up on the line. Yeah, I mean, you got depth.
That reminds me of what we just had with Geno Stone and Battle.
But again, he's not starting for us. He's on a 1 year proven contract.
I mean, I wish the Bengals would have. I wish the Bengals would have gave up a fifth or sixth round pick to get Minkah Fitzpatrick. I thought that would have been the better move.
And not sign Cook.
Then you have Cook and Fitzpatrick back there. Come on.
I get what you're saying, but right now with what you got is pretty golden right now. I mean, the one piece that would put it over the top right now would be a 1 year contract with Bobby Wagner. And you agree with me 100%. I know you do. Oh, that would solidify that defense 100%.
So that kid from
he doesn't have to worry about
that kid from UC is not top 5 linebacker.
I mean, it depends what you're looking at, honestly. So everybody's different in the draft.
So they got Arvell Reese, Sonny Styles, Anthony Hill Jr. out of Texas, Jacob Rodriguez out of Texas. And then CJ
First of all, you're looking at Arvell Rice is an outside linebacker.
I'm
not an inside linebacker.
ESPN, bro.
I know, but you got to understand he plays defense in Arvell Reese does in a 3-4. And a lot of teams are going to pick him 3-4 or 4-3. He's going to line up as defensive end, guaranteed. So take him out. Right. Who's the next? Who's number 2? Bailey.
Top 10.
Sonny Styles, inside linebacker.
Hold on, let me get.
Who's number 2?
Number 2 is Sonny Styles. C.J. Allen. What was it? Jake Galladay. Is that who you're talking about?
Yes, sir.
Who's the kid from UC?
Jake Galladay.
So they have him 3, and then the other one had him at 6. Because, like you said, some people have Reese as an edge, but some people have him as a linebacker. Sonny Styles, Anthony Hill, C.J. Allen. So that he would have been number 6 on that. On that other one.
Yeah, I got Anthony Hill Jr. here in my draft book at number 3 from Texas, and I got Jake Galladay or Golday. He's number 4. As an inside linebacker, but Arvell Reese is number 1. Sonny Styles is number 2. So
Anthony Hill,
Reese,
Allen, and then Jacob Rodriguez.
CJ Hill and fucking Jake are just like neck and neck, honestly, if they're saying.
Gotcha.
So you go with either one. I mean, some people say because the way Rodriguez is doing in general, he's moved up on the fucking leaderboard because of his training camp and all that shit. Just his knowledge of the game is so good because, like I said, he was a quarterback at one point in time for Texas Tech that they asked him to switch over to linebacker because they were bringing another quarterback in, and he knows the system so well. But when you're a quarterback at one point in time, you're also the general of the offense. So they switched him over to defense, and the guy picked up every system. He's smart as can be.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of him. I don't hate it, though, but I rather see someone more athletic who has the defensive side. I mean, the guy's only 6 foot. Maybe that won't be an advantage to him, but I don't know.
So now here's the biggest question of all. I know, family aside, your daughter aside, does this get you hyped up to go buy season tickets for the Bengals again?
As of right now, I did say tonight, I said of all the things in the world, the Bengals finally did something, and we gave our season tickets up. You got to be shitting me.
Granted.
Do I regret it?
Absolutely.
Do I regret it? Not really.
No, I mean, you're like.
Do I look forward to a good? So I look forward to a good season. Fuck yeah, dude. They did something when I fucking gave up on them a little bit. Who knows? Like I said, what are the chances of them taking that big of a shot? Look what the ESPN said all week long. The Bengals don't do this shit. They're conservative as shit. They're cheap. They don't do shit like this. It feels like Mike Brown was diagnosed by a doctor, says you got 1 year to live, and he just threw everything in.
I mean, is that
the
case, or were they like, hey, if we don't do this, we don't act like we're gonna do something? Is Joe Burrow next year gonna say, I want out, trade me?
No. I honestly, what the division kind of realigning with 3 new coaches, you got to take advantage of that situation. You really do, because when you have a brand new coach and you're kind of rebuilding, it's not a fire sale for the 3 teams in our division, but they are rebuilding somewhat. I mean, if you look at Baltimore, they're redoing their whole offensive line. They lost their center, they lost their right guard. Their right guard's a bust. Their left guard or their left center their left tackle has been around forever. He's injury prone, so you got to keep Lamar healthy. So how do you do that? They got to build through the offense. They got to build through the draft because they don't have money. They have too much money tied up in that defense and Lamar. Let's see. You go to Cleveland, they're a dysfunctional fucking family.
Well, they
you know what I'm saying? So they don't know
offensive line this offseason because everybody's gone.
True, but they don't know who their quarterback is. They have 3 different quarterbacks. You know, like fuck. You know. Then you look at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh doesn't even have a quarterback yet. They have Tim Howard from OSU. That's it.
Will Howard.
That's it. Will Howard, whatever his name is. So I know it had Howard in. So I mean, that again, you don't know the quarterback. If you bring Aaron Rodgers in right now, is he ready to play? It's Aaron Rodgers in the fantasy world to him. So right now, Bengals have to go all in on this shit. They did. I love what they did. I mean, like I said, I was happy about Jonathan Allen. Fuck, that puts the fucking cherry on the top with fucking Dexter Lawrence. Shit.
Yeah, and that was my point. I was like, you start breaking down the numbers and you start really looking into it. Like, if Jonathan Allen can play what he did a year, 2 years ago, you know, and then Dexter Lawrence, he can go back to 2 years ago. BJ Hill being that rotational piece, being just as good as he was when DJ Reader was here, you know. TJ Slayton, same thing. He was really good in Green Bay against the run. This year, he wasn't, but is it because BJ Hill was double teamed most of the time and he just didn't have the lanes to get to the runner? We didn't have the defensive line. It looked like when Trey was playing, our defense was able to make stops. As soon as Trey went out, the defense just absolutely was terrible. Until the end of the year, and granted, at the end of the year, the Bengals did not play a fucking team with a winning record. Let's just get that out. They played a weak-ass schedule at the end of the year. So, that's...
I don't care. I'm going to stop you right there. I don't care what you say right there. If they don't play a team with a winning record, you get them into the match football, man.
I get it's football.
The Raiders can go undefeated next year. They're sucking the way they suck.
They didn't play at Baltimore. They played. I think their one game was against Buffalo. After that, they played Miami, the Cardinals, the Browns.
They played Baltimore. They lost 30-0 against Baltimore in the second half.
No, I'm saying the last 4 to 5 weeks of the year. The last 3 games of the year was Miami, Arizona, and Cleveland, and we lost.
They don't make their schedule. The NFL makes their schedule.
I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying, as far as stats, like our stats were better towards the end of the year with some of our players, and that's probably because we played a weaker schedule at the end of the year.
You can say the same thing from the year before. That's what they were going off the year before. We went 7-0 our last 7 games, or 5-0 our last 5 games, and we had a bank on Buffalo beating Kansas or losing against Kansas City, but Kansas City gave up. So why should we have to bet on that shit? That's the way it happened. And Josh just disappears again. Was it Houdini? You there?
My dog's got outside to put him back. Fucking Hunter's dumbass. Yeah, you didn't shut the gate. Yeah, I mean, we got screwed by the Kansas City Chiefs because they didn't want to play their starters the last week because they didn't have to. And we all knew that the Bengals were the one team they did not want to face because when we played them tough all the way up until that was with Jake Browning too.
Well, let's bounce off that for a second too. Also, why the Bengals need to go all in. Okay, so for instance, their quarterback's coming off of ACL surgery, so why not go all in this year? You don't know how he's going to be. They signed Justin Fields to be the starter for the year. As of right now, you don't know when
Here's
he's.
the thing. I don't think Kansas City's the threat. I think the threat really is Denver. It's the Chargers. That's the two threats out there.
I'm not worried. I'm not worried very about the Denver because we don't see them.
I know we would have to, if depending on how the thing goes, do we have to go out to Denver and play them at Mile High in the playoffs? So we got to worry about Denver. It's a different game at Mile High than it is in LA for the Chargers, right? It's a different environment for the Bengals to go to Buffalo or a Baltimore compared to Denver.
It's different, yes, but with the defense we just got now, oof, you got some Super Bowl and Pro Bowl talent on that fucking other side of that ball now, dude.
And you got to remember,
I think our offense needs to keep up with our defense now this year.
And you got to remember too, Denver got better on defense. Or they didn't really get better. They pretty much gonna be the same, but they did get better on offense. They did sign Jalen Waddle, which is another threat to an already potent offense that, both times we played Mims, he fucking schooled us. Right? 2 years ago and then last year. That Mims kid just absolutely destroyed us.
Again, we got better on defense.
So we'll see. Let's talk about the.
You're correct. We'll see. How about the what?
Let's talk about that other Cincinnati team. Isn't that what we were talking about too? Is the Reds?
Cincinnati Reds. How hot they are right now?
Are they
coming off a road trip? They're the number one team right now on the road. They're 10-3 on the road right now. They don't have the best offense, but their pitching is hitting on all cylinders. I mean, their starters are not that great right now, but their fucking relievers are fantastic. They're number one in the league in saves and ERA.
Well, I don't think
I would say
all that in a bag of chips. Pagan,
what's that?
I don't think Pagan's all that in a bag of chips. So I think that's one area that we're hurting in a little bit too.
But right now, you lead the league in saves. We have four players with saves. Yes, Pagan's the leader in our saves team, but we have four players with saves. So you got an opportunity to go back on people where you can trust them in a safe situation.
Do we
move
Tony Centalion? Because that dude's a stud.
No. Correct. No, you do not move him because he's the setter for the situation. Why would you move a good thing that's going on into a different situation? Now we're supposed to get Caleb Ferguson back within the next 2 weeks, I think, with Nick coming back as our starter, which I think he'll take over for Brandon Williamson. So I think Brandon Williamson is going back to AAA. Caleb Ferguson coming back off the DL right now. I think he's a lefty we got from Atlanta. Pretty sure that's who we got. Unless it was Pierce Johnson. I'm not too sure. Caleb Ferguson's a lefty. I think we got from the Brewers. That's what it was. And I don't know who they're going to get rid of. Our bullpen's number one in the league right now, the way they are. So who do we sit down? What do we do?
I don't know.
It's kind of a 6-7 thing.
6-7.
What they do when they get in the 6-7 when they get in the business. So you noticed that this year about the Reds also? In the past, every time when somebody hit a home run, they had some kind of like guru thing, or you want to say like funny thing in the dugout. Yeah. Now they just do this. So it's like they cut down the funny shit and they get down to business now. So kind of like it. I mean, Frank Cohn's first year made the playoffs. I don't care what everybody says. He made the fucking playoffs. Well, 1 year with this team.
Here's the thing with this team too is so far they're 3-0 in extra innings. Do you know they only won 2 games in extra innings last year? We're already surpassed that.
What'd you say?
So also in one-run game or like one score games too. Our record's a lot better this year than last year. So we're finding ways to get it done. If we're only scoring 2 runs, 3 runs, they're getting it done. Ellie De La Cruz starting off hot like he did last year, does it continue? That's my concern. Is he did the exact same thing last year, started off really hot, got to about the All-Star break and cooled completely off.
Well, you also know he was injured. We got to agree with that. He was injured.
Yeah.
Quad injury.
But, I mean, here's the star I would build the team around. And it's not Ellie De La Cruz. It's that first baseman that we had, Sal Stewart.
Sal Stewart.
That dude is a fucking ball player. That dude.
Stud.
Absolutely stud. He's very patient at the plate. He doesn't swing at bad pitches too often. He's very patient. He'll take what the pitcher gives him. And, I mean, he's hitting with power. I think he's got, 8 home runs already for the year? 24 RBIs, tied for first. Was tied for first 2 days ago. Then he got the 3 RBIs. So I don't know if he's still tied or leading the MLB in RBIs. And
he's leading in RBIs.
And that's against a guy down in Texas, Yordan Alvarez. That dude's a fucking monster at the plate. And Sal Stewart's tied with RBIs with him. Or beating him now. And I think Yordan Alvarez has 10 home runs and Sal Stewart has 8. That should tell you something. So
if you look at the Reds right now, what they're fucking sucking in the most is most of their pitchers and most of the relief pitchers is walks. They're killing themselves. But the bullpen almost went 7 straight games without giving an earned run up until today. Was their first run they gave up in the last 7 games. So that's saying a lot of shit from our bullpen, especially when our starters only go 5 innings. But the thing that scares me the most is Rhett Larry and Chase Burns. They're on a count this year for innings, which sucks.
Wasn't Chase Burns on that last year? So why are we doing it this year again? I think he was at like 100.
Last year he was a rookie. This year he's a sophomore.
Yeah,
but he was out of the bullpen last year during the second half of the season.
Well, maybe that's what you do again.
That bullpen, man. Chase Burns is too good as a starter, man. I mean, if you're gonna do that, you're gonna go with 6 starters then, and you're gonna lose a good bullpen player, and you're gonna have Brandon Williamson come in, like you said, and be that long relief player for Chase Burns or Rhett Larry, which I don't want to see. These guys go about 6 innings. They pitch phenomenally right now. I mean, the way these guys are carrying this team without our fucking all-star Abbott, he's not doing good. He's coming around. He's doing better. He's getting seasoned this year, just like Brady is. Gets seasoned. But those 2 ERAs are supposed to carry us. He's coming off all-star year, and our younger guys are carrying our team like crazy right now with our bullpen, which is fantastic.
So let me ask you
this. We don't have the best offensive team. Go ahead.
Let me ask you this. So we're talking about Andrew Abbott being the number 1 right now. And last year, Hunter Green was our number 1. So Andrew had the ability to face the number 2, the number 3 starter for the other team. And that's why they could contribute. That's why he's winning last year. Compared to this year, he's facing everybody's number 1 as a number 1. So do you think that could be the reason why he's struggling a little bit right now? Or, I mean, from what I understand, he's struggling. Struggled pretty much.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm next man up. He's next man up. He wants it. He got an all-star year. Let's see you prove it, man. You're the big leagues now. Come on.
I mean, he's been struggling since spring training, so he's got to turn it around for this team to continue to contend.
But hold on. You said it right there. So even before he faced the number 1 stars, he was struggling. You already said it right there.
No, I know. He's been struggling since spring training, so he's got to pick it up for the Reds to continue to contend. Because the only division in baseball that every team has a winning record is the NL Central.
Is our fucking league. Go fucking figure when the fucking Reds are number 1 in our league. Everyone has a winning record.
And that includes the Cardinals that everybody thought was going to be the bottom of the barrel, probably the most losses in baseball this year. And they're.
I mean, who would ever thought your top 3 division leaders not division lead. In our division would be the Reds, the Cubs, and Pittsburgh Pirates. Now they would expect the Cubs to be up there. But the Reds and Pittsburgh, no, not at all.
So here's the thing with Pittsburgh too. If you go back to last year, who was number one last year through the month of April? Was Pittsburgh, or number one or number two? Was Pittsburgh. So Pittsburgh does start strong, and then they kind of start dropping off as the year goes. So it'll be interesting if they can continue that going forward this year, or if they're going to kind of fall back. I would love to see the Reds in Pittsburgh go back to the 90s when it was the Reds and Pirates in the playoffs. I loved watching that. They had Bobby Bell and Barry B against the Reds. So that was exciting.
It was. But we also had one of the better bullpens that would beat the shit out of you.
Yep. So.
But again, this year, moving forward, man, I mean, we only can get better because we get Hunter Green back. We get Nick back within the next 2 weeks. Frank Williamson, I mean, I could see him going to AAA just to get better. You know what I'm saying? Because he needs to pitch every day. Him with our bullpen, man, you don't need to take anybody out of our bullpen right now. I mean, we're getting Caleb Ferguson back, and Nick needs to go. Or Nick's coming up. It'll be better. He's a lefty. Send Brandon Williamson down. The rest of the team's doing good. In case of an injury later on, you can always bring Brandon Williamson back up. You have that option.
That's true. Joe, do you have anything to add? Because we told you only got 1 minute, so we're trying to give you your minute.
Fuck you, dude.
On your own podcast.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
you got nothing? Okay, let's move on then. Shut your mouth and know your role next time. We'll let you speak when we allow you.
So since you're talking wrestle terms, we gonna talk about WrestleMania next?
What's that? Oh no!
Let's talk about
I can mute Josh.
I can unmute myself too.
Yeah, well, I can mute you again and again and again and again. Anyway, what are we talking about now?
WrestleMania.
Nope. You guys wasted your time on the Reds and the Bengals.
So
we're moving on.
We're gonna go over WrestleMania really quick.
So WrestleMania, some people acted out some shit. Somebody retired that I don't fucking know. Like, did they actually retire? Like
Lesnar.
Some other shit happened that was already predetermined because the script was written. Go ahead, Josh. Tell us about WrestleMania.
We'll give you your minute. You got your 60 seconds in for talking shit, so we'll come back to you in a little bit.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Come on.
So
WrestleMania.
We're going to start with Netflix. So Netflix added the Hulk Hogan last interview today. I think it's either 3 or 4 episodes. It's on Netflix right now.
That's not WrestleMania.
I will be watching it tomorrow. This is the very last interview, so go watch it. Hulk Hogan, last interview. WrestleMania, or what true fans like to call this year, Ad Mania. God damn, there was a lot of fucking ads and a lot of fucking wasted time compared to the matches.
Yes, are they desperate for that much money and
I mean,
they're not doing that good?
I felt like I was watching the UFC fights. Like, you had a big, 20-minute thing. The previous WrestleManias, yes, there was time away from people walking in the back, but what were they doing? They were hyping up the next match. They were going stuff that happened 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. They were building up the match. This year was ad for 10 minutes, and then here's the next wrestler coming out. This is the match we're going with. So, personally, night 1, I didn't think it was very exciting. Night 2 was the better night. I think the match, I think I called it on our podcast last week that Seth Rollins was going to lose due to Braun Breaker coming back and costing him in the match against Gunther. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened. So, Roman Reigns retaining the title over CM Punk, or regaining the title over CM Punk, which I absolutely thought that match was perfect. It was exactly what we needed. It was physical. It was brutal. Very good match. Very good pin sequences. You know, the one thing that
it's what WWE needed to save the
correct.
fucking WrestleMania.
But here's where a true fan knows where the fans got fucked out of this whole thing. During the match, what did Roman Reigns do to CM Punk?
Talk shit to him?
No. He hit him with the steel chairs, which is what? Illegal and automatic DQ, right? Can't use weapons in that type of match. It wasn't.
Oh, if you get caught.
What? It wasn't a no DQ. It was a regular match, where the ref should have rang the bell exactly at that point because he used a weapon in that match. So a true WWE fan like myself and other people was like, hey, that should have been a DQ right away. So I don't know why WWE did that and put that sequence in. But I mean, they allowed it, which I understand. It's title fights and you allow certain things, blah, blah, blah. So
a lot of shit what caught from Michael Cole was saying he said did the referee see that chair shot?
100% he's seen it. He was right there.
Okay. I don't remember the whole match, so I remember some of it. I was gonna say I was drinking a little bit, just a little bit.
All by yourself.
But I remember seeing it. But I do remember Michael Cole specifically saying the referee is going to allow this to go on, because it's a title match. It's WrestleMania. So he did let a lot of shit go on. The referee did. Michael Cole kept saying that during the match, he's going to let it happen. I mean, they went through the announce tables. That's illegal.
No, that's perfectly legal. That's always been perfectly
legal. The announce tables, using those for your advantage.
It's not a weapon. You're not hitting somebody with a foreign weapon. The steps is a weapon. If he would have got the kendo stick and hit him with the kendo stick, or if he took the title belt and hit him with the title belt.
So hold on. You can throw him into the steps. That's not a weapon. Hold on. You can throw him into the steps. That's not a weapon. But if you use the steps to throw at him, that's a weapon.
Correct. You cannot pick it up and hit him with it.
Oh, shut up, Josh.
That's like taking the title belt and hit him. That's like taking the ring bell hammer and coming in and hitting him with it. Automatic DQ. That's how it's always been.
Anyway, everybody knows who watched WrestleMania. It's a change of an era. What it is. You know that for a fact. What did Roman say? Did you watch the interview afterwards? What did Roman Rhodes say?
I didn't watch the interviews after it.
See, a true wrestling fan would, and he would remember this. Like I said, I know I was drinking, but I still watched it. He said, "You know what? I'm tired of this part-time shit. I'll be here for the summer."
Oh, no, I've seen that. Yeah, and that's because he got called out by Obafemi, which yes, that dude's a fucking star waiting to happen. I can't wait for that to come. I mean, I'm super excited. They're talking either SummerSlam, maybe for that.
Well, you see, Backlash is already made.
Yeah. Kind of tired of fucking Bloodline. Ain't gonna lie. We got Bloodline 2
with all these
SmackDown. We got this.
Well, you got to look at it, man. With all these injuries that have been happening to these wrestlers, man, you got to come back to this shit that made it fucking up and coming shit. You know, I guarantee they threw more money at fucking Roman Reigns to come back full time for the summer. At SummerSlam, it might be a change. It might be Omar, but right now, it's his old bodyguard.
But here's,
the werewolf.
But here's the problem. What gets you more excited? That match? Or the potential for Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk? I am now more excited from that last CM Punk Cody Rhodes. Now I want to see that happen. That's the next big match.
But does that mean CM Punk's going to Friday night then? Or should he stay on Monday night?
I mean, it seems like people are changing right now, so it could be. I mean, especially the way Cody Rhodes ended it, like anytime. So
anytime, anywhere.
I think they're going to continue the whole Randy Orton storyline. That's why he
Backlash
wanted him, probably. But I know Randy's legit injured and his back is hurt. So it'll just be interesting to see how they go. I like that match right there. I'm more excited about possibly seeing CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes, the promos. The only match on Raw with Roman Reigns I would like to see is Obafemi. No other match really does anything for me. I mean, I think they're
because when we grew up in wrestling, besides the Attitude Era, we were used to the heavyweights fighting, and that's what we like to see, the heavyweights go at it. But I do want to back you up a little bit. Do you really think that Brock Lesnar match was pretty shitty? Honestly,
it was exactly
that was the best match.
It was exactly what it needed to be. To be honest with you, it didn't need to go. 15 minutes. It was perfect the way it was. Hey, Brock Lesnar got his spots in. It was more of like, hey, we need to build this guy as a dominant star. This is the way to do it. Let him become a fucking monster in that match. And it's exactly what they did. They let him become a monster in that match. Now who's going to face him? Who do they got? They got Braun Breaker, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins. And the only one I could see, I mean, yes, obviously Roman Reigns, but Braun Breaker's the only other one I see against Obafemi. Maybe Gunther.
Nah, Braun Breaker's going against Seth.
Yeah,
right there. That's my man. I'm sorry, that's my man. I fucking hate WWE for doing this. WWE kind of like pushed him to the side a little bit. They really did. And Gunther is what wrestling needs. He is the asshole that we need in this fucking division.
Yeah. So, and I think that's kind of maybe they're going to try to turn Reigns back to a heel, and Obafemi is going to be your face because, I mean, that's the way it's going. Obafemi's got to be your face of the company moving forward. His reaction, the crowd reaction to him, all that stuff. You know, I was expecting more of a reaction for Trick Williams. I didn't. I seen it on SmackDown, but WrestleMania I didn't see it. I don't think he moves the needle like we thought. I hoped for. So I don't know.
I mean, that's the Intercontinental Championship belt.
But,
so I get what you're saying.
But
for Intercontinental Champion, the young and youth,
Roman is gone. Seth is gone. You've got Breaker. You've got Oba. You've got Trick. You've got Mello. You've got to replace these stars and yeah, Trick is there, but after that WrestleMania, I don't think he's on the same level as a Braun or a Obafemi right now.
Well, you hear he's coming to WWE next Monday, right? John Henry.
Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Is it Joe Henry? I thought it was John Henry.
No, it's Joe.
So he starts his own little personal concert next Monday. So I like to see how they're going to do him, but he's not the WWE title, man. I'm sorry, Gunther's your future. Period. He might be 40, but he's your future.
Obafemi's your future. Braun Breaker's your future. Gunther's your future.
Absolutely. Yes, they're up and coming, but Gunther needs. If anything happens after SummerSlam, it's like Roman Reigns losing it to SummerSlam to Obey, then I see Gunther fighting him in the next big one and winning the title. Gunther's just too good, man. I'm just sorry. He's the perfect heel, which you want for WWE.
Mm-hmm.
And he's the perfect person that will sell out. So is Obey. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, so. But since we're talking about wrestling matches and like crazy shit and war shit, how about Iran there, Joe? How's it going?
Hey, you got your now you got your the rest of the time. It's your show now. Trying to get you involved.
Well,
the big bear's tired.
Tired here and fake wrestling. Oh.
So what's going on in Iran?
They play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I'll tell you that.
All right. What kind of stupid games have they been playing to receive the stupid prizes? All I know is there was the ceasefire deal. The strait was open. And then the next day, the strait was closed again. So
yeah, they immediately went back on that. They captured 2 ships, or at least they're reporting that they captured 2 ships. They're making
So Joe, hold on. So you're saying we had 1 day of freedom, then they went back to normalcy, kind of like your day. You had 1 day, then
you get 1 day, Joe, instead of 30 or 31 days. You get 1 day.
1 day of not taking it up the tailpipe. Anyway, so I mean, let's be real. Like, everything that's going on politically is just hilarious because you got the Iran situation. I mean, they're sitting there trying to basically puff up and act like they're big bad when, I mean, it's just going to take one time. I mean, they've already made comments that are absolutely stupid, saying that if American soldiers put boots on ground, they're going to burn them alive. And it's like, if you want to see a parking lot made in the Middle East, like, Iran will fuck around and find out. Because, I mean, so we got that going on. We got I know we were discussing, we don't know her pronouns, but I'm going to go with Congresswoman, whatever her fucking name is, Omar.
Before we go to that.
No, it's my time, motherfucker.
Hold on. It's something with Iran.
Go ahead.
So you do realize that the U.S. did capture one of the ships too coming in, that didn't heed to their thing. So the U.S. shot it and put a hole in the engine room, and we took it over.
There's a video. I mean, there's video of it where, I mean, they're blatantly saying, "Get out of the engine room. We are about to fire."
So
to disable your ship.
So apparently, what was on that ship was chemicals to make ballistic weapons.
Yeah, dual use.
And do you know where that ship came from?
China.
So China was caught red-handed giving Iran the materials to make
chemicals
weapons. So and we all know Trump is supposed to go to China in the next week or couple weeks. He's supposed to go to China. So do you think this is going to hurt our relationship with China? Or is this
no, not at all?
Or do you think China's going to pivot like, yeah, you're right, we fucked up, my bad?
They won't do that. History has shown they won't blatantly come out.
They won't. They never blink anyway.
They won't. But it's not necessarily gonna. I mean, out in the public, it's not gonna hurt our relations. I would love to be a fly on the wall during that meeting because, like, I would just love to hear the stupid shit that Trump's gonna say to China's leadership. But I mean, they're not gonna come out and go, "Yeah, you caught us." History has shown they don't ever do that.
So
they have never
now position itself like, "Hey, you do this again, we're coming after you."
So let's bounce off that just for a second there. Everybody in America is like, "Hey, Trump is like doing the wrong thing. Why is he fucking around with the shirt Hamuth and all that shit? He's causing World War III, blah, 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 blah. Our prices in oil has gone up. You know what? For our prices in gas to go up so those nuclear weapons don't go to Iran, is it worth it in the long run? I say fuck yeah. These people don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Like, I'll pay an extra $1 on the fucking gas. Do I really want to? Not really.
Matt,
but as
out there, you are paying that extra $1 under Joe Biden anyway. Just saying.
That's fine. It doesn't matter anymore. Either way, as a blue-collar American, I'm going to do my job to support my family and support my country and work my ass off to do my job diligently. I mean, do I want to see my savings account go up more? Yes. But at the same time, do I want some guy who's pronouncing death to America and Iran for, I don't know, the last 50 years?
47.
No, I don't. Well, I'm close enough. I estimated around. So, go 50.
I just want to see.
So, I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's like I'm saying, like you guys just said, I did not know what you guys said there at all. I must send a missile into their fucking engine room to fucking put it out of commission because the chemical weapons go in there. Fuck yeah, I am in a heartbeat.
They didn't know.
Good for America. Good for fucking America.
We didn't know there was chemical weapons on that boat.
Well, hold on.
Are you sure?
It wasn't chemical weapons.
It was the chemical.
Right.
It wasn't chemical weapons.
It's called dual purpose chemicals, which means that it can be used for
chemical warfare,
ballistic missiles.
Yeah.
And the fact that it was coming in at the amount that it was, it's more than likely, using common sense, that it wasn't being used for the products, but more than likely the ballistic missile.
Yes.
Joe, what do you consider common sense, though? Fuck around and find out.
Anything not Democrat.
Speaking of Democrats, you were talking
Speaking of Democrats
and
common sense, when you fill out your taxes and you try to say that you have $6 million to $30 million, and then you go, oh shit, I really meant only $95,000. Just kidding. Because it's a mix-up, you're a fucking dumbass. And if
did she put LOL behind that?
She probably spelled that wrong because she went to the Leering Center.
So, and didn't I just read that literally a few days ago that her husband's winery that was in that whole thing to where her money was $30 million just went belly up, even though they didn't ever sell wine. They didn't have a winery.
Joe and Josh, can we get the right pronoun? Brother, not husband, brother.
Honestly, I don't know if this one's her actual husband or brother, or sister, cousin, mother. I don't know.
She just married.
I really don't know.
Family ties.
So, but here's the funny thing: is May of last year, they put her assets as worth between $6 million to $30 million. And then they amended the report last week to show that their wealth was between $18,000 and $95,000. That's a big discrepancy.
Who is this again?
This was Congresswoman Omar.
Okay.
So they listed last year. They listed their assets worth of $6 million to $30 million. But then they filed an amendment to that. This is being reported by the Wall Street Journal. At last week, they changed that. They amended it to say that their net worth is actually only $18,000 to $95,000.
That's a huge discrepancy.
That's huge.
That's what you call in the state of Minnesota that you're not allowed saying, especially now in California that there's a new bill coming out about that for exposing fraud. They call that fraud.
Well, that's big time fucking fraud.
And do you know the Minnesota was having a special council meeting about fraud? And do you know who did not show up for that meeting in her district? Iran Omar.
Omar?
She refused to go because there was questions being asked about fraud. She has been nasty to reporters asking about the fraud at the White House.
I'm going to show that video.
So she is 100% hiding shit. And she knows she got caught. And she's trying to do anything and everything to take that heat away.
Here you go.
She's your future vice president.
Here you go. So this is her speaking to a reporter. So, I mean, clearly professional. So I've already explained. No, you haven't, because you're trying to say, oops, I fucked up. I didn't mean $6 million to $30 million. I only meant $19,000 to $95,000.
It's a difference. Like, I can understand, like, hey, you know what? I added an extra. I didn't put the fucking period in between the freaking couple zeros I had on there. That was like 95,000. I added a couple zeros and I forgot to put the period. Maybe that was it. But now you're going from 36 million to 30 million down to 95,000.
Oh,
So you're telling me you put the decimal in the wrong place.
Down to 18,000.
The decimal in the wrong place.
And the numbers are in the wrong place.
Yeah. And then what's funny, on top of that, then she wants to talk about professionalism. Like, again, I think you're stupid for asking me this. And then also says, I'm not going to tell you jack shit.
Boom, right there. That is, dude. That's our future. You fucking kidding me?
Because
jack shit.
She got caught.
caught. No. Stop, Josh. It's right there in Joe's background. You fucked around and found out, bitch.
Well, no, but here's the problem with America right now. We say that, fuck around and find out, right? Only a couple Congress people have fucked around and find out here lately. It's Eric Swalwell.
Oh, shit.
It's that Tony Gonzalez or whatever fucking Gonzalez was. And then that lady down in Florida. Iran Omar, if she doesn't get fucking out of Congress, she's not fucking around and find out. Our fucking people need to fucking step up and be like, no. What the fuck is discrepancy? Here's the IRS. I got an IRS guy right fucking now. Do you remember when you hired 87,000 of them motherfuckers to start going after all the small people in America? I want one of them fuckers to go after her and fucking audit her. That should be an automatic audit right there.
So my thing is, why isn't fucking like our vice president or president doing that shit currently?
And here's what's funny is you notice a lot of, they try to talk shit about the Republicans. Democrats, okay, so again, another Democrat congresswoman. So I don't know if you heard about this one, but Sheila McCormick, I'm paraphrasing her name here, she just resigned from Congress because she has been found, or they are investigating her, and they confirmed at least more than 20 ethical violations, including breaking campaign financial laws, to include fraud.
What state is she from?
Florida.
And she's also
Florida.
Yeah.
Florida.
Like, so we've got all these fucking Democrats that continue to, but what's funny is the Democratic people that support these fucking people continue to go, hey, let's vote for him. So, to keep up on that, what do you think Democrats do that, let's continue to do stupid stuff?
Well, and all Democrats do, granted, the Republicans do the same thing, so I'm not saying one party does what the other party, it's all a fucking power grab, right? Everything's a fucking power grab. How can we get the power? And that's kind of what we've seen with some of this redistricting we've been hearing about. So what Texas did the redistricting, and it gave Republicans five more possible votes for in the House. California did a redistricting. They gained 5. So that canceled out Texas. North Carolina did some. Ohio did some. So we just now got a vote in Virginia last night that they won their redistricting measure. But if you look at the way they drew that up, it was going to be a 10-1 Democrat over Republican. And if you look at the state of Virginia, a lot of that state of Virginia is red. It's not blue, it's red. What's blue is some of the big time cities in Virginia. They strategically gerrymandered the thing to include a lot of that, I think, District of Columbia and like 3 of the districts. So if you look at it, it's like very small, and they purposely did that so they could get more blue representation in Congress to be a 10-1. So that is a straight power grab this year. Now, what's nice, well, granted, you go back, Joe, we were talking about this before. What did Obama say back back years ago.
I'm going to show you right now. So here's what's funny. And Josh, you're right. I mean, so both parties try to maintain power. Absolutely. Okay. But what tends to be more prevalent on one side versus the other is that one side flips the script depending on what is happening. They don't stick to their goals. They don't stick to what they say.
And that was my point. They say one thing 4 or 5 years ago, and then 5 years later, then it's a completely different thing. Oh, it's fucking, we're losing power. We need to gain power.
Gerrymandering means citizens want something important.
Back in 2020, and you could even after you do that one, Joe,
ensure that our democracy is
of Virginia too
to its founding promise by voting yes.
So,
well, that one kind of fucked up. That one didn't do.
Gerrymandering means just for the Commonwealth, but for our entire is living up to its founding promise by voting yes.
So, what's funny is literally they have it in 2020. He goes, "This is bad for democracy.
No
don't do it.
Gerrymandering
help." And that's what it's called. He's like, "Don't let them do this. Like it's unconstitutional." Blah blah. 2026. It is your democratic responsibility to do this. Help us to continue your rights, and and it's like, motherfucker, just 6 years ago you said it's not a good thing to do.
Well, go now you did that. Look up Virginia Spanberger, the governor of Virginia, and look at what she said about gerrymandering too. I think it was in 2019. She pretty much said the same damn thing. We don't want to change the district lines, blah blah blah, and all of a sudden she's in charge of doing that. So let me ask you guys a question, just out of the blue. Mail-in votes, right? If you cast 100 votes, how many of them do you think would be for one party over the other?
Say it again.
So if you had 100 votes that are mail-in, how many of them do you think would? What percentage do you think it would be, or like what numbers?
I mean, it would be. I mean, I would think it would be close.
You got to remember, people.
I go back what I said. I say 70-30. Because the Democrat
mail-in votes are typically done by Democrats, not Republicans. Republicans show up the day of for election.
So yeah, I say 70 Democrat and 30%.
70-30, right? So you would say 70 votes to 30, basically.
Yes, that's what when he said it, re-asked the question again. I had to think about it. So yes, it wasn't 50-50.
So what are the odds that in the state of Virginia, the mail-in votes 35,000 on the dot? What's the fucking odds of it being exactly 35,000? That's like 1 in a billion.
I don't get what you're saying, like, because.
So you're saying I have a chance?
You're saying I have a chance? Like, so you're saying that 35,000 out of 35,000?
Fairfax County.
Okay.
35,000 votes for the redistricting was cast for that. 35,000 exactly mail-in ballots.
Jared looking it up.
What's the fucking odds of that?
Jared's looking it up. He'll figure it out in here in a second.
Well,
not 35,000. 35,000.
Right, but Fairfax County, Virginia?
Yeah.
Okay, has a population of 1.16 million people. So 35,000 is not that big of a number.
I'm not saying that. Well, all I'm saying is...
I don't know what you're saying. Speak English.
Exactly. No. Not rounded out. Exactly 35,000. What's the odds that it lands exactly on 35,000? Not 34,996.
Or
99.
What is the importance of 35,000? Because I could easily say What are the odds of 100 votes falling on 100 votes?
No, I'm just saying. The odds of it landing on 35 exactly on the dot is pretty fucking strange. It's like somebody could print out 35 fucking thousand votes.
Are you saying because it's a perfect number?
Exactly.
It's okay. Okay. I was just making sure because I'm confused. I was like, you're sitting here emphasizing 35,000. I'm like,
because it's exactly on that number, not because it's like.
Will you quit saying exactly? Jesus.
No, I want to say exactly 35,000. God damn it.
Yeah. He is still learning at the Learning Center. Yes. He is still learning.
I'm going to start calling you Stewie. So why are you emphasizing the H?
So to everybody's point, Virginia did pass the whole redistricting in Virginia as of last night.
Yeah. And it's supposedly
so fast, my friend.
It's supposedly a temporary thing.
Not so fast, my friends, because the courts have stepped up and said that is not a legal vote for the people of Virginia.
It is unconstitutional.
The redistricting was unconstitutional. Apparently the language in the bill was not correct. It was confusing voters on how the districting was. So that's a massive win for the Republicans because now if it holds, that means in the midterms they're not going to freaking be a 10-1 anymore. It'll be a 6-5 like it has been.
See, here's the only thing that I'm concerned about with that is, and I'll be honest with you, like I have to look it up, but like it says that a circuit court judge ruled Wednesday that the congressional referendum is unconstitutional. Well, I'll be honest with you. Like, I got to find out because, I mean, there's different levels of judges. And, I mean, you got some peon fucking judges coming out and saying, I blocked this. And it's like, motherfucker, you're like the traffic court judge in village of middle of nowhere. You have no fucking say.
All that matters is a judge is ruled it that way.
No.
It can't.
No. That's the Democrat thought process. A judge said it's unconstitutional, so it must be.
But here's the thing. Like, all it has to do is stop it for so long, right?
Like I said, I want to see. Like, this judge might have the power to do that. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know.
Even if he doesn't.
Like, that's my thing, is because there are some fucking judges that are like, we have put a stop to President Trump's order for blah, blah, blah. And it's like, who the fuck?
But it's worked. That's the problem. It has worked to stop it. It has worked.
It's worked for a slight second, and Trump just dominates. Yeah.
Exactly. But that's my point. It stops it for a time. And then you go into court. Then you actually got to fight for your case. So how long does this case take? Will it be past the midterms for the Republicans? So if that's the case, they have a shot to not lose the House. If they lose this case, you're going to see the Democrats take back power in the House. They're going to go impeach Trump for the third time over something stupid. Again, waste my fucking taxpayer money again, just for it to go to the Senate to be declined again. So it's fucking pointless. All our Congress is going to do is they're going to continue fighting, and nothing's going to get fucking done if they lose the House in the midterms.
I'm with you. Fuck around, find out.
I mean, we can't fuck around and find out. I mean, we got to fucking win, and if we don't, we're fucked. Sorry. This country will be fucked.
I don't think we're fucked. I get what you're saying. I mean, we're going to go to like.
So I looked it up, and so in this instance, so yes, a federal circuit court, okay, but it has to be a federal circuit court. So U.S. Court of Appeals has jurisdiction to over constitutional matters, okay? But again, the reason I say that is because there have been some judges that have come out that are like peons that are like, I say this ain't right, and I'm blocking it. It's like, who the fuck are you? So it looks like this judge is. That's all I was saying. Like, I agree that if the judge has the right to do it, it's pausing it long enough to be looked at and see if it's actually constitutional. Yes. Great. That's what our system's for. But all I was also saying is that there are some judges out there that have been reaching pretty far outside of their lanes.
Oh,
and they're like, oh. And it's like, you don't have a say in this. Like, you're some fucking peon in South Bend, Indiana that fucking jerks off a cow. You know, you have no say.
Yep, pretty much.
That's all I was saying. So we'll see. Hopefully that they come out and look at the wording and everything, because I mean, let's be honest. It was set up to fuck over the Republicans.
It was set up to fuck people in Virginia. If you look at the district map, they were taking a lot of people from Fairfax to go down into these counties further in the map. I'm like,
split so that the voting would take over. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I mean, that was like one of the worst gerrymandered freaking maps I've ever seen in my life. I mean, and Ohio got it a couple years ago. You know, who was our representative in this area for a long time was Steve Shabbat, and we were of people that Indian Hill and Madeira and Marymount, they were voting for their guy, the Democrat guy, to where we were always voting Republican in our Cheviot, Cleves, all that area. Now it flipped back, so it'll be interesting to see if Greg Landsman can hold his district, or if it's going to flip back to be a red district.
Who dat?
I want to run for Congress just so I can, I got to be smarter than Omar.
Bullshit.
Oh, bullshit.
She married her husband. She married her brother.
I mean, I know she
married her sister.
I know she graduated from the Lyric Center, so she does have a leg up on that one, but...
No, she created the Lyric Center. What are you talking about?
No, she didn't, because that was billions of dollar fraud, and she's only worth $19,000 or $18,000.
Yeah, pretty much.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Come on, bring it on, Joe. Bring it on. Where's it at, Joe? Bullshit. That bullshit.
Our shit's been talking more than a minute, motherfucker. So. All right, we're gonna wrap it up there. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Idiocracy Talk Radio. I'm Dr. B. We got Matt. We got retired, aka Josh.
Brock Lesnar.
Budweiser, and what was that? Busch Light over there.
I got Budweiser. And
Fireball. Budweiser. Sponsor us.
It's Anheuser-Busch. It's the company. They do Busch and Bud. So Anheuser-Busch. Sponsor us.
Tune in next time for another episode of Idiocracy Talk Radio.
Josh loves the Busch. Idiocracy.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.